Hey everybody, Lunar Knight here, and the reason why this is being cut is because I accidentally lost some of the footage, just 8 minutes, and I'm really embarrassed because normally my computer works fine, and then again it doesn't. And apologies to John Stalker. It's just I tried using a different, like a screen recorder, and well, something was wrong with Skype for some reason, and it just kept cutting out our interview. And I don't know if it was my fault, but I apologize, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video.
Oriented, especially today. So the group of participants kept expanding and changing, and as people either retired or passed or sort of morphed in terms of their career, I got into different groups at different times. So I still do chum with a lot of the people. I see them around, not so much in work situation, but kind of sometimes some of the being a voice director, and now as well, I have to bring some of them in. I don't necessarily select them, but when they're given to me as an option, I know their work, I'll bring them in, and I get to work with some of the people that I worked with for many years ago. And that's always great.
Now, a friend of mine,
Right.
you probably met, his name is Adrian. He's a big fan of Sailor Moon, and
Well, that's an interesting story. Sailor Moon was, in fact, my first voice acting job, and it was in the late 90s, mid 90s, whatever. I think it was. I was the voice of Grandpa, one of two voices of Grandpa Hemo in the series. So you play with Sailor Moon? You know, so it's Ray's grandfather. So he was the odd time. Plus, I was always one of the go-to guys if they needed the guy, the restaurant delivery guy, the pizza delivery guy. They needed a voice from the sides. They needed a doctor. They needed somebody on the street saying something, some conversation. I was always the guy that was brought in to do those voices, or one of the guys anyway, because I had a facility for different voices, and they could call me in and do 7 different parts, little parts, in a couple of hours, right? So I happened to be in the studio. I don't remember what exactly I was doing that moment, but I was obviously in the studio working as an actor. The previous voice director had a disagreement with the producer. We'll go into that. That's personal. But she turned to me and said, "Okay, we don't have a voice director. Would you like to be the new voice director?" And I was kind of caught off guard. And I said, "I don't know. When do you need an answer?" She said, "Now." Because we had work ahead of us today, and I didn't really know what to do. I knew that the what she was, and I'll bring it down to money. I knew what what she was paying was going to be not very much. I knew that since I was extremely busy at the time, this might mean that I would make less money because I'd be tied up all day directing. And meanwhile, I could have maybe done 2 or 3 or 4 sessions. And voice acting pays, at that point anyway, paid more than voice acting. But something inside me said, "Take this job." And I said, "Sure, yeah, let's do it." And it was exciting. It was a new venture for me. I felt suited for it because I was a competent voice actor, and I think you're a competent voice actor, you know how lines should be delivered. There are a couple of ways that you deliver them right. Everything else sounds odd or weird or wrong, basically. And so the fact that I was a voice actor made me feel comfortable and competent and confident, rather, that I could I could gauge how the script should be read. And obviously I was right, because that was the start of the other half of my career. I still voice to this day.
Yeah. So now, how do you feel about the show?
I think it's great.
Like,
I'm a really big fan. When I do cons, I'm almost always asked to do a Sailor Moon panel. Sometimes, I mean, I've been with some other actors. We did some work together for a while. I don't tour with them anymore for different reasons. But it's one question that comes up, I'll be honest with you, more than any other. And it's an interesting debate, too, because I generally get people who say, I like the new more, the old one more. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think doing it to make me feel good. Most of the Sailor Moon fans seem to prefer the old version, the original version, probably because it has sort of organic feel and it was their first taste of it. Maybe people who are watching Crystal now maybe are just getting into the whole Sailor Moon fandom thing. Maybe they would look at it and say, wow, it's so much sicker. It's truer than the original manga. It's crisper looking. It flows better. And all may be true. I suspect it's what you get used to, and then you're comparing something new to the old. When I talk about it, I always say, hey, there's only one original. It's always like remaking any movie, any series, or right? There's something special about the first one. It was there simply because it's the first, I guess. Everything is going to compare to it. Rarely has there been a remake of any movie where I thought, oh man, that's so much better. I always look at them and say, well, it's good. The original is good, but I don't think it's better. But it's just as good. With Sailor Moon, with the versus the Crystal version, I love it because certainly back then, one of the predominant issues was the lesbianism with two of the Scots, and we couldn't address it 25 years ago, 30 years ago. We just couldn't.
I was doing back in the 90s, the show being couples, or anime, as
right.
Don't want
it's
to get
it's very true, and it wasn't just kids. People in general, it's only recently, certainly in the last 20 years where gay marriage has been, I mean, if people don't sort of accept it, they recognize it. They say, yeah, it happens. Back in those days, people just stuck their heads in sand. I almost something I should say. People stuck their heads in the sand and didn't want to admit it even existed. We were told, although we knew, and it's interesting because my producer was lesbian, the producer series, and she, even said, no, we're not going to. They decided to call them kissing cousins, as you recall, and every time the faces came together, it would go into this soft, fuzzy thing. You never really saw them engaging any physicality. But that's the way we had to deal with it. And as you probably know, the fifth season was never recorded initially because it was too heavily involved in the Pluto sexuality issue. Today, of course, it's like talking about anything else, and wearing a red hat instead of green hat. Well, yeah, okay, okay, whatever your choice. I think we accept a lot more. I mean, obviously, you're going to have some people who are freaked out, but still, if you're a serious fundamentalist, but otherwise, we accept it. It's fine. It's like, that's the way people are. Um, and that's why you can get away with it today. And again, it's totally part of mainstream today. And I think that's terrific. That's the one thing specifically that Crystal has over the original. And that's why I'm really glad it was produced. Couldn't go back and redo the original with the original cast. It wouldn't be good. And redo that fifth season in a vacuum. It had to be done in conjunction with a full reboot, remake, revoice, re-edit of the original. And it's interesting, but I guess it was 4 years ago now. They when Crystal was was released, most of the cast, the original cast, was all but a couple of us were invited down to Los Angeles for the LA Expo, and I think a lot of that's still on YouTube. And they had a whole new cast, even me, who was voice director, and new voice director, and it was a huge extravaganza. They showed that first episode for the very first time anywhere, and it was a celebration of the fact that the show was durable, its message is durable, and the remake is as strong, as powerful as the original.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Oh,
What's your favorite project you worked on?
I'm often asked what my favorite character is, but favorite project? Well, I learned a long time ago to say the next one. I love the business, and there are days when I just want to say, "Oh my God, this is such a pile of crap." I'm getting out, move to Thailand and get far away from it as I can. And yet, I feel sometimes I'm like an avid golfer, right? Guy, slits his wrist because he can't stand it anymore, and then slaps those wrists together as soon as he finds out that there's a foursome coming out the next moment. I keep getting sucked back into it because it's wonderful. I mean, I know I'm blessed to have had this incredible career, and there are so few things, projects that I've done haven't had an element of interest or excitement, or I've met somebody or worked with someone, or had just been, I feel privileged to be a part of so much of it. There are a couple of things that I've done, a few things that I've done that were, I'm doing for the money only. And that's okay too. I mean, I've got to make a living, and everyone's got to make a living. You do some things for the money, and there's no shame in that. But I have to say that virtually every project had something redeeming, even though it might have been 90% crap or offensive or some. They all had pretty much all had something. So to nail down my favorite was really tough question, and I would say virtually impossible to give you one answer. I know I'm not trying to evade it or avoid it in any way, but that's truly how I feel.
That's right. Now,
be really patient.
Director.
Don't get in until you really need to get in. And be
Alright. Let me try calling him.
okay. Yeah, it says connection's weak. Why don't you turn off your video as well, and then we'll
Sorry,
continue.
something must have been.
We'll just talk about blank screen.
Good.
Okay, that should take care of it. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I directed for Mexico as a holidays, and I had to voice direct. And so I voice direct from Mexico, and I've done it several times. So it's not, I don't think that's the issue. I think it's just generally bandwidth, right? You know what I mean? Forget the question was. I'm off a tangent. Oh, sorry. Yeah, a lot of people think I can look up voices, I can do that. It doesn't matter. You need instruction simply because you can't get in to business just being average or just being okay, even just being good. Every performer, every wannabe performer has to realize that there's no learning curve in the voice industry. You don't get to work unless you're as good as the best people working. Right? Because well, we'll use so and so. You know, he's a nice guy, she's a nice girl. They're pretty good. I think they can handle it. No, now time is money. Going to hire people they are absolutely positively certain are going to be excellent, not just good, not just okay. And so, with that in mind, I would encourage everyone who wants to get in the business, get yourself a good teacher. I mean, I teach too, so I'm talking like firsthand. But I get a lot of people who say, yeah, I can do this, I can do that. First of all, people say, well, I can do every voice in the Simpsons. But it's not correct. But you know what? Somebody did it already. You don't want to do the voice in the Simpsons. You'll never get to use them unless you want to do it at home with your friends. That's great to know that you can do Marge, and you can do Homer, and you can do Bart, you can do all of those wonderful things, but you're never, ever, ever going to be able to use your copyright. If you did one of those voices on say, a commercial or something, they'd sue you. Trust me. You might get away with it for a while, but the problem, what you got to do is be inventive. You got to learn what what a teacher will do is teach you how to create characters and then how to maintain those characters. A lot of people also make the mistake of saying, "Oh, I can do this interesting voice," and they'll do something for me. That is an interesting voice, and I'll hand them a piece of copy that they've never seen before. And say, "Okay, here's the copy. This is dialogue that somebody else has written that voice," and they can't, and that's because they've got it backwards. Instead of doing a voice for the copy, they're writing copy to see the voice. So, yes, if you're writing it in your own style, you'll be able to maintain voice for it. But you've got to be prepared to use copy that's been written by a writer that has a different style, that has a different tack, everything else. You'll be able to adapt your creativity to someone else's creativity. And that requires lessons and learning. And that's not to say there aren't some phenoms there, but they're very, very few and far between. I'm not a big proponent of taking lessons in my technique. I think that's a scam. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes they say, well, 3 lessons in my technique. No, I don't buy that. I can do it 30 seconds. Don't stand too close. Don't stand too far away. Let the engineer take care of the mic placement and your placement. Don't yell. Right? Spit. Hit the microphone. And let's record it. Right? So that isn't a major issue, but understanding copy. And of course, remember too that people want to be animation actors, animation voice actors should also have in their kit commercial voice acting. That's where money is. You want to get an agent? Agents want you to be commercially viable. In other words, you got to talk. You got to be able to sell a car, a shed, a funeral home, a charity. You got to be able to sell all those things. Detergents, right? Mayonnaise. You've got to be able to sell all of those things, and it's a totally different style of acting than animation acting. So it's also important to if you want to be an animation form, you should live next to a major center or in a major center where animation is done. There are tax implications as well. If you're an American, you would have difficulty performing a Canadian production. Trust me, there's more Canadian production in animation than there is U.S. production. Toronto's the big animation center for animated series in North America. And so, but there's a citizenship issue. So what you want to do, you got to go to Los Angeles and work there. They will always be able to find someone of your sort of talent level in the area. Unless they're looking for something new and different and tired of the LA actors, they're not going to start looking for people who live in Hoboken, right? It's not. New York has some production, but surprisingly, it's not huge in the animation industry, although it's mammoth in terms of the commercial industry. Vancouver does a lot. I mean, when you hear Dragon Ball Z and what's My Little Pony, and a lot of that stuff there. Dallas is huge for, and only a lot of different places into big for anime. That's the center of it, as most people know. So living near those centers is critical because though we live in an electronic age where you can MP3 or send in a WAV file or whatever you're doing, they often will want to see you in the studio. That's still, it may sound old school, but it's still the way it is. I know as a voice director and do a lot of casting that I like to see my performer in front of me. I like to look somebody right in the eye and say, all right, this is what I want. You're doing this. You're really close. I want to see your body language. I want to see. And aside from that, if I'm going to be working with someone for 26 episodes, I want to know that they're not a jerk. It's really important. I don't. Most voice directors, we have some choices. We'll not work with unless they're celebrities and we're told you're working with the celebrity, get along with them, get along with her, make them feel good. Okay, so you swallow it and you move forward. But for most of the other directors, most of whom are probably better voice actors than the celebrities, you want to work with people with whom you are comfortable, so you have a rapport with. You don't necessarily want to invite them home for dinner or take them out for beer, but you'll be able to have a good, honest working relationship, legitimate working relationship in the studio and in the waiting room, and maybe for a few minutes before and after production to share a joke, to talk about something frivolous in the business. But to me and to all voice actors and voice actors that I know, we need to have something beyond the voice talent. You need to have some kind of relationship. That's also something that, interestingly, that a voice coach can teach you about the protocols of manners, behavior, how you appear in the studio. And there's an old adage that says, "Love voice work, you don't have to look your best." That is bullshit. You do have to look best. Anyone who knows the industry will tell you that that's the case. I mean, I always like get two people standing in front of me, and both get great audition, and it's on them. And You know, one girl has got chipped fingernail polish, and you know, her hair is messy, and she's wearing like a torn T-shirt. There's grease in the front T-shirt, and the other one's got her hair combed. She's got a smile on her face. She looks me in the eye. Who am I going to hire? Who gets the gig? You know, we love to work with people who look at us, who sort of embrace us as a working partner, and who take pride in the way they look. If you know, and I say, if you don't care about how you look in front of someone who's going to hire you, how are you going to handle my product? You're going to bring that same attitude of Adam Barad says, truly. No, you got to show you care. That's why you come early, you smile. I don't care if you're an actor. You want to put it all on? That's okay. You may be able to fool me. But I want you to come in and show me that that's the way you're going to come into every session, whether it's a good one or a bad one. I want you to come in and say, I'm equal to the task. Not, I don't really care.
Now, I don't really watch videos, but if I do want to do
sure. What is your market for one? It's two-parter. And why do you do this? Tell me about the joy that you get from it, because you obviously do enjoy it.
I have like market one the people, and the second is because I like people and I share my opinion. Like yeah, talk to you, being a person and about their ideas, their goals, their success. It's really interesting. I changed me like
Good.
he's been
That's great. Good answer. So, do you have any last things you want to ask me before we
and
sign off? Or,
not know.
yeah, nice to talk to you too. And you know what? You can do me a favor. Send me the audio of this when you interview, or at least send me a link to the broadcast podcast. Would you do that? Okay. Okay. No. Yeah, just send an email. If you have it. And if it doesn't go through, just compress it. Shouldn't be an issue, but you know, just edit or Dropbox it or something. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks so very much. I hope I answered all your questions, and to all the people who are listening to this who are fans of mine, just keep on being fans and come out and see me. Tell me that you heard this broadcast and this interview or other. Come and talk to me. Yeah, I used to sell my stuff, but I'm not. That's not the whole reason I go on. I love talking to people who are interested in the industry, and people are interested in me because I'm interested in you. I love talking to people who are interested in the industry, and people are interested in you.
And for all of my fans, keep asking questions.
Bye-bye.